Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Cam, and I'm back with another reaction video. How you guys feeling? How you guys doing? How you guys day going? Comment down below. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Today we're reacting to fresh out of jail. He killed a father, his best friend, and baby over drugs and a PS5. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying, may these individuals rest in peace. My condolences go out to their loved ones and anyone that may have been affected by the situation. Unfortunately, multiple people did lose their life in the situation, so I want to start off by sending my condolences and prayers out to those that may have been affected. Now, first and foremost, one thing that I cannot stand for the life of me that gets under my skin, boils my blood, you name it, you understand? I can't stand when babies getting harmed in certain situations, you understand? The fact that the title says over drugs and the PS5 is wild to me, you understand? If you that whacked out in life, you understand, if you that bad in whatever the case, go keep that shit away from the kids. You understand? I can't stand when people want to involve kids in grown up situations. That baby had nothing to do with what you got going on. You understand? So for the life of me, I can't stand that. Whatever, I don't know what the situation was about, but to see that somebody got killed over drugs and the PS5 is let you know alone that the situation is crazy. So with that being said, that's enough talking. Let's get into this video and see what's going on. Before we get into this video, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with the like button and post notifications so you're notified every time I post a video. Also, if you guys have any videos that you'd like for me to react to on social media sites in the description below, feel free to send them in and I react to them. With that being said, let's get right into this video.
Fam, you notice how in life, it don't even be strangers who do you dirty no more. 9 times out of 10, be the ones you know. The ones you let get too comfortable. The ones you open your door to. Let them chill around your kids, around your space, mess up your peace. Those the same ones that end up hurting you the most. Now this morning I came across a story that honestly turned my stomach. A story out of Monroe, Louisiana. Before I even go further, let me say this. Man, I ain't perfect. And I don't judge people for their mistakes. But one thing about me and how I was raised, if you do something to a kid, man, I hate you. And I probably don't hate nothing else in life. But if you harm a child, if you take away a life that's young, I hate you. And I can't even fake it. Most of us probably can agree. Growing up where we from, we probably seen a lot of wild stuff. And I done seen a lot of wild stuff, not only growing up where I'm from, but even doing these stories. Gang beefs, set up cases, love gone wrong. But this one right here, this one hit different. Because this was a man, a grown man, who already been arrested 8 times in the last 5 years. 8 times where I'm from, but even doing these stories. Gang beefs, set up cases, love gone wrong. But this one right here, this one hit different. Because this was a man, a grown, they can agree. Growing up where we from, we probably seen a lot of wild stuff. And I done seen a lot of wild stuff, not only growing up where I'm from, but even doing these stories. Gang beefs, set up cases, love gone wrong. But this one right here, this one hit different. Because this was a man, a grown man, who already been arrested 8 times in the last 5 years. 8 times, fam. What that tell you? And somehow he still managed to.
This shit seems like it's constantly gonna keep happening. You understand? And it's like this is one of like probably like the second or third video that I'm reacting to within the last 2 months, where somebody that's constantly committing crime and has a problem following laws and shit that constantly just keep getting arrested, just keep getting let out. You understand? And then everybody wants to react when it's too late. Unfortunately, these situations happen to open up eyes, but it shouldn't keep happening. Where individuals that clearly don't have no type of sense of humanity should be allowed to run the streets and do what they want to do. Clearly, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
Come home with the latest happening just 2 months ago, which we'll later discuss. And instead of changing his life, instead of realizing God gave him another chance, he turned around and took the lives of 2 men and a 2-year-old baby girl. That little girl was the daughter of one of the men who lost his life that night. And fam, let's just pause for a second. If you from the streets, or even got common sense, and you know why this clown thought in his mind he had to do what he wanted to do with that little girl. Now it's sick and it's heartbreaking that the only reason I can even stomach telling you this story is because these victims deserve to be remembered. This family deserves justice, and the city of Monroe deserves for this monster to be exposed. On top of that, we're gonna find out where we can help and support. But also, if not many, I pray just one. Learn from this story. Everybody not to be trusted, especially when you're doing dirt. So today, we're going to go over exactly who this man was, his past, what led up to this moment.
I just can't understand for the life of me, like, how could you possibly want to harm a baby? You understand? I'm not a baby person. You know, like, you can't just get me to, oh, I see a cute kid, oh, I wanna, oh, you're so sweet. Nah, I'm not into that. Why? Because you never know how people are with their kids. You understand? Some people don't care. Some people are very, you know, strict with their children and they don't want you touching their children. So I understand it. So because of that, I choose not to be so friendly with kids. You understand? But to want to put a baby in harm's way, harm a child or kill a child, Bro, that shit is sickening, bro. That shit is actually sick. And like for people like that, there shouldn't be no type of trial. There shouldn't be no type of consideration under that. Send them up the you know what I'm saying? Send them up the road. Send them. Ain't nothing to talk about, bro. A baby? Someone that can't defend himself, run away, not like come on, bro. That shit is crazy to me, son, for real.
Line of his tragic night and how the system failed yet another innocent child. If you're a parent from Louisiana or a parent anywhere in this world watching this, the story gonna hit home because it could have been anybody's family, anybody's baby. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Before we even get into the events of what happened, let's take a second to talk about where this all took place. Monroe, Louisiana. Now, Monroe might not be the biggest city in Louisiana, but it's one of the oldest and most historic. It sits in the northeastern part of the state, right along Washington River, a place that's supposed to be peaceful, families fishing, kids playing outside. The small town feels where everybody knows everybody. But truth is, Monroe been going through a lot over these last few years. The city population sits under 50,000. And for a place that size, the crime rate is way higher than the national average. In fact, Monroe repeatedly ranked as one of the most violent small cities in America, high in assaults, robberies, and unfortunately, homicides. Some say it's the lack of opportunities. Others blame the poverty rate, which sit close to 35%, nearly triple the national average. You got good people in the city just trying to make it out, trying to do right by their families. But you also got cycles that keep repeating. What's even crazier is Monroe got a deep culture. Soul food, church on Sundays, football on Fridays, and people with big hearts. But between all that, the same pain we see in places like Memphis, Baton Rouge, and Jackson is starting to spill over there too. So when a tragedy like this happens, not a random drive-by, not no street beef, but something that takes the life of a baby, it shakes the whole community to its core. And that's why I wanted to give y'all a little perspective before we jump into this story. Because when you understand what has happened and how the city been hurting for years, you realize this ain't just about one suspect. It's about a system that keep failing the same kind of families over and over again. Now let's go over what led up to the night, the timeline, the victims, and the man police say was responsible. Family Travis Payton, 24 years old. As mentioned, he'd been arrested 8 times in the last 5 years. One of his arrests come back in January 9, 2022, when a shooting victim walked up to St. Francis Medical Center with a gunshot wound after being dropped off by a white sedan. The local parish sheriff deputies attempt to conduct the traffic stop on the sedan, but lost sight of the vehicle on Bird Jones Lane. According to deputies, they located the sedan at the corner of Bird Jones Lane and Cagle Drive. Once deputies made contact with the occupants in the vehicle, they smelled a strong marijuana odor in the vehicle. At that time, deputies identified Travis Payton in the passenger seat, who possessed an active warrant, and a 21-year-old identified as Jalen Wayne Dix. As deputies searched Payton, they discovered 5 grams of marijuana in the left front pants pocket. Once deputies searched the vehicle, they discovered over 2 pounds, a digital scale, and a pistol. Dickerson claimed ownership of the 9. Payton chose not to give a statement to deputies. Dickerson and Payton were transported and booked into the correctional center.
That's one thing. That's one thing that, you know, I'm big on. You understand? Like, if you gonna go do some shit with somebody, I think it's the right thing to do when it comes down to you doing some shit and you got a passenger in your car, or you know you got a gun in your car that don't belong in the car. You ain't supposed to have it in the car, and the cops pull you over, and the first thing you say is, "Yo, it's mine." You own up to your shit. To let somebody else take the fall for your shit, I don't agree with at all. You understand? Especially when you know it's your car, it's yours, you used it, it belongs to you. That shit is foul. So that was the right thing to do, to own up to what, you know what I'm saying, what belong to you.
They both were charged with possession with intent to distribute a controlled substance. As you can see, he was out on bail and that case wasn't over, fam. But he still had arrests after that, with the latest being just 2 months ago. It was August 16, 2025. He got arrested again for having marijuana, this time around 7 in the morning. But once again, he got a $2,200 bond. And then just 2 months later, October 28th, 2025, at around 2:30 a.m., with authorities claiming over a marijuana dispute at a residence at the 2000 block of Grandma Street near the city's public works department. Authorities walked in the residence and saw 2 men and 1 baby girl shot in the head upon walking inside the home.
Monroe Mayor Friday Ellis and the Monroe Police Department held a press conference today.
To shoot a 2-year-old in the head is insane to me, bro. Insane to me, bro. To put a bullet in a 2-year-old's head is crazy to me. I get they say no witnesses. You understand what I'm saying? But a baby? A baby? Y'all don't even know what I want to say. For real, for real.
After a triple
For real,
homicide took place in the city last night, NBC 10's Shaw Pryor was at the emotional press conference and has more.
The result of this is the loss of life of a 2-year-old child. If you know something, say something.
Last night on the 2000 block of Grandmont Street, there was a triple homicide that took the life of a 2-year-old child and 2 others.
What we have here is a special kind of evil. There's evil in the world, but this is a different kind. Make no bones about it, baby killers are our highest priority. Any loss of life is terrible. But to do that to a child who never had a chance to do anything is unacceptable in any world.
Monroe Police Chief Vic Zordon says that the situation potentially involved retribution, and he urged the community to not take matters into their own hands.
Why not?
Drugs were involved in this case.
Why not?
These individuals knew each other.
And situations like this, the streets belong there. But the Lord deserves to have his head. Y'all ain't gonna do the right thing. Y'all gonna sit him in jail and give him 3 meals, three hots in a cot. Nah, hell no, he don't deserve that. He don't deserve that. Let the streets deal with that shit, man. For real, for real. Hell no.
Retribution was a possibility, and what I encourage the public to do is not take matters into your own hands. I know when the situation is significant as this, when you've got a 2.5-year-old female baby dead, that you want to take things in your own hands. Don't do that. That makes things worse.
The call to action for the community is to report any knowledge they have of the situation to help Monroe Police capture a suspect.
This isn't just about this crime, it's about justice. It's important that we all put our foot down to say these folks are breathing borrowed air, and they are no longer allowed in this community. But we are a part of the criminal justice system, and we take our part seriously, and we ask that anybody else involved in this to take theirs serious as well.
At this point, the investigation is still ongoing. For the full press conference, you can visit myarklimits.com. Reporting for your Arklymits news source, I'm Shaw Pryor.
Appeared to be a home invasion. And through countless efforts by MPD officers and detectives, along with valuable tips from the public, the following day they was able to identify and arrest the suspect. Police stated in a Wednesday update that Travis Payton, 24 years old, was taken into custody and charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, home invasion, and criminal conspiracy. The 2 male victims was later identified as Jabor Simpson and Jamal Bosley, and it seemed the 2-year-old girl was Jabor's daughter. May all 3 rest in peace and love and condolences to you guys' families. Now it seemed the mom wasn't home at the time, and in fact, she got a call that something had happened to her daughter. Didn't know to what extent happened, and will she be okay or even.
That shit is the word. Like you out do. That shit is crazy. You out doing you. I'm saying, I wonder where she was at the time. I'm pretty sure they'll say, but you out doing whatever you doing or whatever the case may have you, and you get a phone call that your baby's dead. No, let's start with the boyfriend, because the baby dead is me personally I think is worse than the boyfriend. Your boyfriend's dead. Not only is your boyfriend dead, your baby's dead. From what? A home invasion. Bro, what, son? You that smoked out? You like you killing? Like, come on, are you serious, bro?
Survived. According to the young, she was on a flight and saw countless posts about her daughter no longer living. And that's when she got the news. Now, when authorities had announced an arrest, Moore's mom went to Facebook and said the following: "Oh, thank you, God. My baby and Bosley begged for their lives. That was cold and calculated, man. They did not deserve a tragedy that..."
I'm missing something here? Oh, thank you. Because they found him. All right. I'm like, all right. Thank you, God, for what?
Yeah, I stole a Ps5 plus 3 innocent lives. It wasn't that serious. My baby no Bosley be bothering you bump as people, man. I hope they give you the death check. I ain't lying.
Is it worse than that?
Me. My 2-year-old grandchild is gone. My son and Bosley lives were taken. My birthday will never be the same. Wow, this happened on her birthday.
Damn.
I kicked, screamed, punched at the air, fell out and hollered. Daddy, please come out of that house. My baby, nor Bosley came out of there. They out in body bags. Right in jail, oh. The mom also made another post. Y'all really went in that house and killed my baby, his best friend and his daughter. My baby is a well-mannered, respectful young man. He loved his daughter so much. He took her to doctor's appointments, fed, clothed, bathed, spent time with, and the list goes on. He was attentive to her daily. He has had the same group of friends since elementary school, and I treated them like my own. He was at home with his daughter, not even expecting intruders, insinuating there was more than one fam to come and invade their home and interrupt their peace. It looked so bad in that house. There was an act of evil that is unimaginable. They played with y'all for their lives. My baby played for his daughter's life. Y'all really did this bad though. Neither one of them deserved this. I love my baby, man. That's my baby boy, man. Y'all did not have to do that. I pray justice is served. I pray y'all don't sleep. I pray y'all have nightmares that'll mess y'all left us broken hearted behind. We need prayers to get through this difficult time. I will never be the same. Man, I ain't gonna lie. That's one heavy. Every time I think about
these niggas wiped out her entire family, bro, for a PS5 game. And some weed, bro. That shit is insane to me, son. Insane to me, bro. And it seemed like weed is not that big of a like I'm in New York, weed is not illegal. You understand? So they don't whatever the charges were, whatever that they were doing with the weed shit, there was a lot of it is suppressed, a lot of it is not as enforced. You understand? Where he's clearly from, weed is illegal. So at what point in time do y'all say, you know what, this motherfucker keep committing the same crime over and over, let's lock his ass up so he can learn a lesson? When does that come? 1, 2 times, all right, you know, let's give him a pass. 3rd time, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Y'all don't think nothing's wrong with this nigga? Y'all don't think he got a problem? And me personally, I never seen anybody kill somebody over some weed. That's me personally. So for you to go and do a home invasion and kill a dude, his best friend, and his daughter for some bud and a PS5, it's crazy. And they ain't say anybody else. It looked like it was just you. He don't need no death sentence, bro. He don't need no death sentence. That's too good. Rob him of his life right now. And I'm not full, you know, the violence and shit like that. But at the end of the day, niggas can't keep running around the world that's taking people's life for no reason. A whole family wiped out. Left their mom in shambles. Like, that shit is crazy, bro. That shit's insane to me.
Little girl,
Hell no.
2 years old, didn't even get a chance to grow up, to learn her colors, to tell her daddy name. It hit me. And the pop, that's the hardest to process, fam, is that this ain't no isolated situation. It's the same pattern we see over and over again.
Facts.
Police coming out saying this was over a marijuana dispute. And fam, let's be real, it's 2025, man. Unless you having about 100 coming off the truck, what profit you really make?
Facts.
And to take a 2-year-old girl, life was short slum shit. Foul, man. More development, fam. I keep you guys updated. This was the story of a young man and his best friend being gunned down alongside his daughter after the man allegedly killed him and robbed him for his PlayStation 5, just to get apprehended less than 24 hours later. There's a link in the bio to help support this family. If you feel in your heart to do so, please do so. Talk to me in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Hey, look, man, I want to start by sending my condolences and prayers out to all those families that have been affected by the situation. The mom, whoever family that they have alive that, you know, is feeling the pain and grunt behind this senseless act of murder. You know, my prayers and love and condolences go out to you guys, because at the end of the day, nobody wants to feel that kind of pain. You understand? When you lose one loved one, it's painful. You get what I'm saying? Just one alone is painful. So to lose 2 at a time, and it's such an impact of a father and a daughter, it's crazy. The best friend, you're gonna feel it because it's a friend, but that's home. You understand what I'm saying? That's home. So of course that shit gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? So first and foremost, rest in peace to them. My condolences go out to them. Shout out to the father, bro. You understand? Shout out to all the good fathers out there taking care of their responsibilities as a man, single or not, with the baby mother or not. Shout out to y'all for stepping to the plate and taking care of your kids, man. A lot of men out here ain't doing that. So shout out to him for, you know, taking care of his child while his mother, while she was out on a flight. We don't know what kind of relationship they had, but at the end of the day, he was doing his part to watch over that little girl. You get what I'm saying? For you to want to break into somebody's house to steal bud in a game is actually like this insane to me. Insane to me, bro. There's jobs out there. You could be doing so much other shit out there than trying to rob somebody for a PlayStation and some weed, bro. And as I said before, the fact that niggas just keep getting locked up for the same crime over and over and over and over, and keep giving chances and chances and chances, excuse me, to come back out and do the same shit all over again, and have to wait until something like this happens to say, you know what, let's lock them up for good. What are we doing? What actually are we doing, bro? And this is the kind of shit that when black people get mad, they're like, yo, why we looked at the way we looked at? This is why. This is why. Over the game and some weed, bro. It's this fucking disgusting, bro. It's absolutely disgusting, bro. To kill a child. To kill a child, bro. Like, had it been a revenge or retaliation thing, we have to talk about it. Let me hear your side of the story. Had it been over some you owe me money and that's my last dollar and I really need to, let's have a conversation here about this. But you just ain't care. You just didn't care, bro. And it sucks that people like you get the chance to like honestly just keep getting let out and come back home and doing the same shit all over again. If you out just a random criminal, we got something to talk about. Something's going on, bro. But you commit the same crime over and over and over, bro? Hell no. Hell no. Hey, listen, man. This situation's sad. I'm gonna take the link out his video and put it in my description. If you guys want to support the family, I'll leave the link in the description below. You guys can, feel free to donate and help out to the cost of whatever they need the money for. It's a sad situation, bro, across the table. The best friend's family gotta feel this. The dad's family gotta feel this, and now the mother of that daughter gotta feel it as well. It's three lives stolen for a game and some weed, bro. That shit is absolutely insane to me. Absolutely insane to me. So again, may they rest in peace. Stay safe. This is mainly why I agree with the gun laws, so that you can protect yourself at all times. You understand? Like he said, this man had to sit there and beg for his daughter, beg for his life, and it still got stolen. It's ridiculous, bro. Stop the bullshit. Get your life together. Find something better to do. Go find a job, start a business, do something other than harming each other to make it by. Absolutely disgusting. So again, may they rest in peace. Please stay safe out there. Pray and watch over your loved ones for them to stay safe as well. And that's that. That's the end of the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you guys think, and comment section below. You guys can watch this video. Until next time, I'll see y'all.